cards as they perform the national anthem. Introduce our guests on stage. I present you with Mr. Luke Dillard and Mr. Arjun Patel.
Superintendent are Dr. Charles Faust, Chief School Performance Officer, Mr. Dennis Covington, Chief Finance, Ms. Tahira Stalberte, Assistant Superintendent of Communication and Community Relations. Of course, our administrative team features Dr. Bashan Harris, Principal, Mr. Shane Farron, Mr. Mark Pecorella, and Dr. Ann Radke. Finally, with the daunting task of reading all of our names are Ms. Gabriella Grello and Mr. Ron Kreider.
Hello, my name is Arjun Patel, and it is my privilege to introduce a group of students that have earned the right through academics, awards, and service to sit on the stage. If you will also rise as I say your name. We have already heard from Isabella Lucarelli and Luke Dillard. Giving speeches, making presentations, and or receiving awards today are Anna Campagna, Eric Robozuski, Julian Davis, Emily Eggert, Daniel Fisher, Jake Forskamp, Isabel Massaro, Michael Wayne O'Neill, Hannah Stoltz, and now I would like to invite Emily Eggert to the podium.
So, this is it. The turn of adulthood, moving you out of the system designed to push you from K to 12, and after that, well, you figure it out. At the end of this journey, your friends, your first loves, your first enemies, and the people you've shoved against in Grand Central walk in front of you, carrying the realization that we'll never all be in the same place again. I found myself waiting for something to sink in, the realization that in about an hour, high school will be over for good. I think the reason that hasn't completely hit me yet is because it's not over. We have all shaped each other's lives in one way or another. Whether this is your first year at Porter Ridge, or whether you're sitting beside someone you played t-ball with when you were 5. We have grown into ourselves as our friends have uplifted us. We found our niche within the group we inevitably fell into, and we became more resilient from the conflicts that may have seemed like the end of the world as an underclassmen. We can't deny that Porter Ridge will have a lasting impact on all of us. And no, that doesn't necessarily mean the lesson on Mesopotamia we learned in freshman year world history. Its power lies in the relationships that we all have built. Even those of us that are checking our watches right now probably have someone in another row that are looking with an eye of, I can't wait to get out of here. Remember that moment and cherish the connection we all share from being the group of people that can say we grew up together. From here, we move forward. The rigidness designed to keep us on track until adulthood has now been lifted. There's no more obligation to just show up to class because you don't want to get over 7 absences. There's only you and your decisions to make, your dreams to build. We learn through experiences and can now take the passions we've tapped into as a teenager and let them blossom into adulthood. So, this is the moment where you define your life outside of the expectations set before you. We leave behind many of the rules and regulations, but we take with us what we've learned from the people surrounding us that we may or may not see again. We've had the privilege of completing our education up to this point, and I want to remind everyone of the people who didn't make it here all over the world. Think of the girls denied the right to learn by patriarchal governments, the victims of school shootings like Parkland, Santa Fe, and countless others, or your very peers who may have just not had the necessary support systems to get to this moment. Remember them as you step into your future, and may we strive to advocate on their behalf. Thank you, Class of 2018, for what we've shared together at Porter Ridge. Thank you to all of the family members who have encouraged us from our first words to our final report cards. Thank you to our faculty for investing 4 years of your time into our success. Congratulations to everyone, and I look forward to seeing what you all achieve. I would now like to introduce Erica Wasiewski to present the Global Scholar Awards.
Hello, my name is Erica Wasiewski. 3 of our graduating peers have earned the designation of a North Carolina Global Scholar. Earning this recognition is no light task. In addition to the general curriculum, students must take a course in global awareness, submit a proposal to their school's graduation scholarship committee, outlining their plans for completing a service learning project that will allow them to contribute to the local, national, or world community. The project must have a global theme. Once approved, student must complete the service learning project and present a written project or portfolio for evaluation. Succeeding in this quest this year are Julian Davis, Christian Prince, and Arjun Patel. Now please join me in welcoming the President of the Class of 2018, Anna Stoll.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2018. My name is Hannah Stoltz, and I have been humbled to serve as your student body president this past year. It's been a long 4 years of ups and downs, from the late nights, school dances, and lifelong friends. Over the past 4 years, all of each other is all we have ever known. We've grown together, worked together, and laughed together. As we move on to the next chapter of our life, we will begin to meet new friends, have new ambitions, and face new challenges. Although we will be away from each other, we will always carry a piece of the student body with us. There are characteristics and ideas that have been engraved into you through the personalities of the students that once walked the halls of Porter Ridge. I marry these characteristics down to the ones you need the most to be successful in your future endeavors. Although the future may seem intimidating, you can always remember some of those attributes of those sitting around you. When you need to remain diligent, disciplined, and determined, you can remember our hard-working senior drum majors, Caleb Watson and Emma Carson, as well as our award-winning band of pirates. Their hard work of spending countless hours of rehearsing in the blistering heat of the sun paid off by making the football game seem like a real-life movie, and as well as winning the grand champions after final competition. When you're in a time of weakness and need a moment of strength, think of Cameron Belt, Jacob Leaf, and Sophia Guerrero, just a few of our future college athletes signed for cross country, lacrosse, and field hockey. All of these pirate athletes broke school records and demonstrated a huge amount of strength that can inspire us all. In our world today, it is so easy to conform to society and to be able to do just the bare minimum. But to truly make a difference, you need to be creative, original, and confident. Most would say confidence is key, and when I think of someone who embodies confidence and more, I immediately think of Bryson Hightower. A guy who can do it all, act, rap, dance, sing, and even was voted best dressed by the senior class for his unique style. When you want to stand out of the crowd, think back on Bryson's charismatic self. In your next phase of life, you will meet new faces and travel to unfamiliar places. Think back on Elena Langer, someone who traveled over 4,000 miles from Germany to attend Porter Ridge High School for her senior year. Elena demonstrated an act of bravery by coming to a new country she was not familiar with. Although it may have seemed intimidating, Elena was successful in getting involved within the school by joining the track team and even making lifelong friends. And finally, if you ever become unsure of yourself, you can think back on your own personal cheerleader, Michael Wayne O'Neill. Michael has been someone who has touched all of our souls in such a special way that I hope you will think of him in your future years to come. When life gets hard and you want to give up, keep in mind Michael's incredible passion he has for all of Porter Ridge and try to capture that in whatever you may do. Now these are just a few of the students from the amazing senior class, but each and every one of you beholds your own unique characteristic that helped shape the class of 2018. Without you, our graduating class would not be the same. As you depart today into your new chapter of your life, remember all of us and our characteristics to help you achieve the greatness I know you can. And from the bottom of my heart, I truly wish the best for each and every one of you. Thank you.
I
invite seniors to top the keynote commencement address. I'm pleased to introduce this year's winner, Emma Kaplan.
4 years ago, I sat in this very room and watched my brother give the commencement speech. He had so many fond memories of Porter Ridge. Hearing him talk made me realize that I needed to be a part of the Pirate family. During this time, I was in the process of being redistricted to Piedmont High School, which wouldn't have been that bad, I guess, but it would never compare to finishing my 4 years with the people I had grown up with. Thankfully, high school was avoided, my transfer was approved, and I was able to experience Porter Ridge and everything it had to offer. Over these past 4 years, I have learned many things, such as how to say, "Can I go to the bathroom?" in Spanish, how to simplify a multivariate polynomial, and how interesting a Civil War reenactment really can be. However, the important things, the really important things, I have learned from you, the class of 2018. You have taught me persistence, that even though the freshmen will never chant with us in the student section, no matter how many times you yell at them, you still kept trying. You showed me how to achieve my goals by helping me map the perfect route to first block to avoid having to throw away my fresh cup of coffee. You taught me about service when you broke records for the amount of blood you donated during our annual blood drives. You demonstrated incredible dedication. That time you sacrificed your body for the class, you walked away with a broken clavicle and we walked away with back-to-back class wars victories. You gave me direction. As I walked aimlessly around the hall, you finally told me what Pirate Prep was going on that day. You taught me sportsmanship. I watched how the other teams treated you on the field and was always amazed at how you kept your composure. You showed me how to cope with high school stress, particularly when I saw at least 10 people I knew at Chick-fil-A before, or sometimes even during first block. I knew I wasn't alone. I have seen the utmost compassion from you. I remember when the homecoming king was announced and you could see tears in the crowd's eyes. Although these might seem like silly examples, the real meaning of these words still holds true. The task I was given in this speech was to characterize our class. Persistent, dedicated, goal-oriented, charitable, compassionate. This is how I see the class of 2018. Not to say that the things our teachers have taught us are not important, but high school is about more than essays, projects, and standardized tests. It is about the memories we made, the people we meet, and most importantly, how we grow individually. Hold on to these memories, these lessons we've learned, and any other dumb thing you've done inside the walls of Porter Ridge High School. Because no matter how far we go, these are the things that will always belong to the class of 2018. Good luck in your future endeavors, keep it classy, and I'll see you at the 10-year reunion. Thank you.
My favorite memory with Dr. Harris is sophomore year one time, myself, Ben, and Lauren were filming once. And instead of being skeptical about us filming or whatever, he actually allowed us to take a picture of him and edit him into Iron Man on Photoshop. So yes, just took the next week we did, and it was just a lot of fun. I thought that was pretty cool.
So my favorite memory of Dr. Harris was I was in 7th grade and I got a training camp for a silly reason, and it was like the first time I've ever gotten a training camp. So I was like wishing down crying about it, and then he saw me crying, so he like came to the side and talked to me about it, and he kind of like talked me through it. So I think him getting through that is tough time of like not listening, not basically like not opening about how good mental it was to me.
My greatest memory of Dr. Harris is when he dressed up as a Jedi and let me use his lightsaber against him.
So my favorite memory of Dr. Harris has to be during the marching season. The whole band was all in the cafeteria, and we were all talking, it was loud and stuff like that. And Mr. Harris always like to call the band to attention, or like the band turned up. Well, Dr. Harris was doing an announcement, so he hopped on the top of the cafeteria table. He called us to attention with it, and we all like stopped. And his face was priceless, because he was so shocked to see that it actually worked. And yeah, that was always like the best moment, because it was like the most random best moment of the episode.
My favorite memory of Dr. after activities, I'm going to play basketball with us, and he took off his blazer jacket, and he saw his studs on, and we just came to play basketball. That was about 30 minutes.
My favorite memory of Dr. Harris is getting off the senior cheer competition, and he was right there telling my team how good we did and just congratulating us at the weekend.
My favorite memory of Dr. Harris was a little while back. I was pulled into his office. I didn't know why, and I'm just sitting there all nervous or whatever. And it just turned out like he was being nice and helping me out with my parking pass because I was just having some difficulty. So it was nice knowing he was there to help me out.
Our favorite memory of Dr. Harris is when we introduced him to Fortnite and found out that
Yeah, we found out that he plays PlayStation and he's like actually zero. And we actually were able to like get him introduced to Fortnite, and he was like probably trying to link up with us, so it was pretty cool.
One of my favorite memories of Mr. Sean Harris is how supportive he always was of my artwork and my performances and things like that. I remember I used to carry around a sketchbook a lot, and he always asked me, like, oh, did you draw anything new? I'd be like, no, obviously not. And I always felt terrible. So one day I will show him something that I've drawn. And I think those days always really helped me to lose my confidence.
One of my favorite things about Dr. Harris is his flexibility to be around everywhere at once. He takes time out of his day to make sure he's always at the sporting events. We had 2 tennis seniors on the team, me and Dillard, and he took time out of his day to come and show up for our senior event, congratulated us, and he's always been there for Porter Ridge, and he supports us. Appreciate it.
My favorite thing about Dr. Harris is how much time he actually takes out his own day to ensure that the student body has the most resources they need to have a good school year. And I appreciate how personable he is and how much he helps student council with in all our activities.
You have been there for us, from our first days of middle school to our last days of senior year. We have been blessed to call you our principal. You have taught us how to stay classy. You have loved us through middle school and high school, and you have led us towards greater things in our lives. We as a student body have seen you come in day in and day out, always with a smile on your face, even if it was hard sometimes. We have even seen you after hours. Thank you for showing up to our athletic competitions, club events, performing art shows, and concerts. We are thankful for your supportive and compassionate nature in seeing what Porter Ridge can do as a school and as a community. We thank you for your support. We as the class of 2018 just want to thank you, Dr. Harris, for sticking up for us for these last 7 years. We will forever remember you. If we can turn Thank you, Dr. Harris, for having such a positive influence on our lives. May the class of 2018 have one last thing to say to you. Can we all just give Dr. Harris a big round of applause? On your from the graduating class of 2018. Good afternoon. My name is Michael Wayne O'Neill. Today, I am proud to be graduating with my graduating class of Coleridge High School 2018. For a number of reasons, Dr. Harris has been with us every step of the way, every single bump of the road. Today, it is my honor and privilege to present this to him on behalf of our 420 graduating students. Dr. Harris, we love you very much, and we wish you the best of luck in the remaining few decades.
We're off script, and thank you so much. It has been an honor. It has been a true honor to serve as your principal from middle school to high school. Thank you very much for everything you've done for me. Thank you. I don't know where you got those pictures from. There we go. All right, to the faculty, community, and especially the class of 2018, this graduating class has added another proud chapter and a rich history to Porter Ridge High School by earning statewide recognition and winning numerous awards throughout the school year. I am proud to announce that the class of 2018 has earned close to $11 million in scholarships. Round of applause, please. Also, this year, we have over 420 seniors graduating from Porter Ridge High School, making us one of the biggest graduating class in the district. One more round of applause. Senior class, I leave you with this. Remember, life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important. Capture the good times. Develop from the negative. And when things get tough, just take another shot. Class of 2018, graduation is not the end. It's just the beginning. Go forth and do great things. Thank you very much. Proud families and friends, I would ask that you respect all the names being called. This is a big moment. Let's begin.
Kathy Tran Bowie. Abigail Faith Burchard. Zachary Bennett Burdette. David Tyler Berger. Matthew Colby Burrows. Tatiana Marie Cave. Matthew Thomas Cambria. Garrett Dale Cameron. Paige Elaine Cameron. Emma Elizabeth Campagna. Brian Humberto Carvalho. Emily Patricia Cardoza. Brandon Thomas Carmen. Carly Jalen Carpenter. Mary McKenna Carroll. Morgan Nicole Carter.
one more huge round of applause for the class of 2018. Faculty and staff of Porter Ridge High School, and by the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina and the Union County Public School System, please move your tassels from right to left.